I think minor detail could be quite important. When you're young, you have so much energy and interest. You want to get things done and keep on moving one after the other. Because any delay can be a missed opportunity if you are growing in certain direction and to accomplish your mission. At old age, however, we start to learn rushing may not be the right thing to do. Also, if you come to the age like I am, 76, I have to talk to myself. I'm not working as much. I have a dream and I want to get things done. But it's like if you have a saving, enjoy how to spend your saving. Not just money, which I'm not much interested, but your quality time. I think wisdom is related to that. At early age, you don't know which way to go. So you take chance, every which direction, which I did. Some people may know their mission in life early, but I kept on changing from engineering to business and on. Internal spiritual pursuit. But reflecting back, I think I did all I could. But now, at this age, shifting the emphasis to the quality of life, much more so. What was the incident? I was lifting the heavy books that I stored in the storage, and I pinched my nerve. It's not serious, so I'm taking time. But this morning I thought I'm ready to play pickleball. But thinking ahead, why rush? I bought this yoga mat yesterday because in this little room there's not much room to do my regular exercise I've been doing. I've been doing the same exercise taking 20 minutes, yoga, moving, meditation, and some resistance training. Throughout the year, no one day missing, but the last 2 weeks, because of the change of the schedule, turned out to be 3 weeks. I'm stuck here, and I will be here. I don't call it stuck, I'm gonna be here for another month and a half, almost, before I go to New Zealand. So instead of jumping ahead with my bicycle and play pickleball, why not spend time to do the regular exercise, which I did? Quality time, preparation. Any little mistake, like the nervous system, I think you call it sympathetic, whatever the nerve system that goes from the back to the leg. If you injure that, it will take 5 weeks or something. It happened once when I fell down from the hammock. That was painful. So, take time. What do I mean by taking time? There's only here and now. So taking time means just be with the flow of time. Samadhi. Mind clear. Here and now. So you can make the right judgment. And this point that I talked about is the case of making the right judgment. Living life is so interesting, so many parameters. and I study health and talking with ChatGPT, for example, I learn a lot what to eat, what not to eat, and when the environment change, like in my case, every 3 months or so I move on from one country to the other. I have to have a new structure, new procedures set up. So the changeover, setting up, the quality process, setting up and practicing it, and monitoring the progress, how I'm living, will be always important. The world is such that we have so much information coming, and you're curious, I'm curious, but if you just throw all those information like into the hopper, accumulate in your brain without processing, you think, or I think it could be processed eventually, but it's not healthy to have too much information. I mentioned about the information inventory. If you accumulate, it clogs up the system. So as we encounter the situation, retrieve information, come up with the idea, we need to make a judgment to say no if it's unnecessary. So you clear up your mind as we go instead of accumulating all the information and knowledge. What's important has to be made clear, and for that we have time to look at what's going on. And the way of samadhi, or being in the now, with calm and quiet mind, unless we maintain that, not just while we meditate, but as we go. So awareness of life, quality, become conscious of unconscious, detect the danger, and make a judgment. It may not be seen as similar or the same, but in a way, it's a swordmanship mentality. You have to be ready. Things can happen any direction, and that's life. That's how animals live. We are developed from the animal, and we have that sense. And therefore, don't become complacent that we are invisible, or just throw all the information you can handle. Vulnerability, clarity, patience, develop the principal way to live life. That's very important. It's a small thing I'm talking about, but again, one follows the other. Let's have a good process control of living life. Know the boundary, and when it goes to beyond the boundary, it's like a Shila Samadhi Panya, or Plan Do Check Act, CAPD Check Act Plan Do. Realize that, the danger and opportunity, so that we can make a right judgment. I'm spending time talking about this basic, maybe also related to Daisetsu, the book I read and mentioned yesterday on the YouTube, but also Nakayama-san. He influenced me a lot. He has written 100 books, And I met him. That was 15 years before his death. So it would be he was 70 years old. He was already a prominent figure in Japan, at least in my view, relating to creativity, Zen, especially Dogen. I'm just one man moving onto the same or similar path to be wise and compassionate, being sincere and truthful every step of the way, not as knowledge, but as practice. So this is just a reminder to myself. Everything changes. Young days, you're spontaneous. Old age, you can be spontaneous, and you should be, depending upon the situation we fall into, or at all times. But for that to be the case, let's make sure that our mind is calm and clear as often as it can. And where there is disturbance going out of boundary, just notice it and go through the process control back to samadhi and move on. All the masters, they go through that. As the environment changes, they can adapt. That's life. Let's work on it. Thank you.